So, like, everyone makes Diablo videos, and I want to make one too. So this is my build for the lazy motherfucker witch doctor. Basically, the key to this build is you just don't do anything, and you don't aim anything, and you just don't give a fuck. You just wander around and click the button. When it first came out like years ago, the carnival mask looked like really fucking awesome. So I thought, wow, like I have pets and I love pets and shit. And I decided I'm too lazy for that. So you only need like a couple things that in the end are tedious to farm up, but really aren't. First off, you like don't die. I mean, you don't do a lot of damage necessarily, but I've done shit that I shouldn't be able to do, and been more frustrated by the fact that I couldn't kill anything as opposed to, oh shit, I'm dying. And that's with the 4-piece Helltooth and the 4-piece Zunamasa, because once you get that going, you effectively have like 90 or 95% damage mitigation. Along with that, you need like these coils of the first spider, because you get 30% damage reduction when you're channeling firebats. And yes, we will use firebats. If you don't want that, there's the shoulder things, whose name I can't remember. The mantle channeling, and it'll do basically the same thing. And you could even stack it if you wanted. I have the mask of some of the Grin Reaper mask, just cause. Other thing you're going to need is a way to summon Fetish Sycophants. Now, if you use the Belt of Transcendence, that's cool. If you want to use the talent, the passive that makes them, whatever it's called. Oh god, I don't remember anything here. The Fetish Sycophant. Then do that. I don't really think it matters too much. And for your gems, you want the pet gem, and I just use Efficacious Toxin because they deal less damage and it makes me survive more. And the other thing I'm using is Bane of the Stricken, because that helps with damage over time. And that's basically it. With one minor exception, you do need a mana generator, and I've chosen to use this Mortalu's Promise because that means that I generate mana better. And I couple that with Gruesome Feast, because that also not only buffs your power, but it regenerates mana. But basically, you're going to come in here and at the beginning, you're going to have this exact problem. You're going to die, but that's mostly because I forgot to summon pets, and that's embarrassing. Let's try this shit again. See, the problem is that your mitigation is not there until you start getting your sycophants going, and you start applying your debuffs. And once that happens, I can just basically stand here in the middle of everything and it take no damage. You saw how quickly I died before, and now I can walk through shit and I'm just standing in the middle of things, and I'm not gonna die. Once you get your 15 sycophants up, you're not going to die, and basically just run around and grab the health globes, and you get a nice little pile on, and that's nice. But once you're here in the middle of all this shit, you just right click, because I'm using the firebat rune that makes it so that what's called hungry bats, they just randomly go everywhere. And for your other stuff, none of it really matters. Make sure you have all of your pets out, and that's basically it. I use the Spirit Walk because it lets me run around faster, and it acts as a no shit button. And yeah. Now the problem with this is that, as you will see by the timer, things are very, very slow going. And that's why I use the Bane of the Stricken, because it helps with just starting to do more damage over time, so that eventually you get there. And then when you're at the Rift Guardian, well, it's taking a lot of damage because of the passive. I don't have the Stone of Jordan going, so it would be nice if I did, because the bonus damage to the elites is really nice. Similarly, like other jewelry passes that I'm using, the small man's finger, so I get more not golems, the gargantuans, and I have a lot of dogs, so I get the dogs. But the mask that I'm using as my passive, it's just there. I could use, like I said, you could use the mantle channeling too, and that'd make you even more survivable, and even buff your damage a little bit more too. I have no idea which would be more damage. I don't really care. And what else? The weapon passive that I'm using, it's a wormwood, because it's just keeping in line with the I stand around and just don't really do anything. And meanwhile, everything runs around. It's not a lot of extra damage, but it's damage that keeps on going and spreads a lot. So if you have a good cluster of stuff, which I'm not really very good at picking up, it helps with that. But yeah, this is just basically the I'm killing time because the HOTS 2.0 patch isn't here. I mean, I will say I don't really care for Diablo, because I'm just not into the whole grindy game when there's no skill to the game. I mean, when I look at Diablo, it is a no-skill game. The entire challenge of the game is, are you lucky enough to pick shit up, and can you go onto YouTube and find the quote-unquote ideal build? Which, you came here looking for the ideal witch doctor build. This is not it. This is really just, I'm gonna click at shit. And I'm not even clicking at anything. I mean, the reason why I said, I don't do the carnival build, even though I thought it was interesting at first, I don't want to aim at shit, man. I'm just here. Like, I could be reading a book, could be watching shit on YouTube, TV. I don't know, be jacking off. You don't even, maybe I am right now, even. And no one would even know. So yeah. I could probably push this a bit harder. At what, 40? Mostly because I can't be asked to focus on one character and spend all my shards at Kadala for one thing. Been working on the Crusader, and that's going like shit. But see, here I am. I mean, like, even when my life's going down, I ain't gotta worry about it. The bracers that give me the damage reduction when I channel firebats also give me life on hit. So nothing really matters. None of this matters. I don't care about this. You don't care about this. It's just here. Not delightful note. I hope you have a lovely day. And, yeah, that's it.